Hello my dear students, we are in fifth topic, that is Indian rivers and water resources. In our previous session we have done that about Himalayan rivers and Peninsular rivers. Let us see certain topics of Peninsular rivers again. Peninsular rivers. Peninsular rivers. Peninsular rivers, important peninsular rivers. The longest peninsular rivers, Godavari. Godavari is longest peninsular river. Longest peninsular river. Godavari is origins. Godavari start at. Godavari take birth at Nasik, Trayambak. Nasik, Trayambak, Maharashtra. At Maharashtra. Godavari flows from Maharashtra, Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Thereafter it discharges into Bay of Bengal. Next after Krishna. Let us see Krishna. Krishna river is the second longest peninsular river. Krishna river starts at Mahabaleshwar. Where is Mahabaleshwar? Maharashtra. This Krishna river also comes from Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, and this also drains into Bay of Bengal. Okay, and Krishna river's largest tributary is one of the tributaries Tungabhadra. That we discussed in previous session, that Tungabhadra dam constructed in Karnataka, and there was a water dispute between Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. The capacity, we have said that capacity 71417 kilometers square. The total catchment area of Tungabhadra is 71,417 square kilometers among 57,617 kilometers square. So these are in Karnataka. So Karnataka is situated near the Tungabhadra bank, that means Tungabhadra basin, and Karnataka state, most of the Karnataka states falls under the catchment area of upper and middle, and remaining AP and Telangana, these were falls in the lower catchment area, hence very little water they get. So that between Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Karnataka there was a water dispute. Let us see other two important rivers. One is Narmada river. Narmada river rises near Amarkantak, Madhya Pradesh, MP, Madhya Pradesh. Narmada river origins at Amarkantak, Madhya Pradesh. Next, Tapi at Betul district, Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Next, Mahanadi originates in Chhattisgarh. CG means Chhattisgarh. Mahanadi originates in Chhattisgarh, flows from Orissa, drains into Bay of Bengal. Narmada, Tapi, these both are drains into Arabian Sea. I repeat, Narmada and Tapi, these both rivers are drains into Arabian Sea. So this is about the important facts related to peninsular rivers. Okay? Yeah. Let us see Tungabhadra dam, the water capacity, and the Karnataka extracting most of the water. How Karnataka extracting most of the water? Why? Let us see. Yeah, in previous session we have discussed that. Okay, Karnataka is located the catchment area of upper catchment area. You know that we also believing that day by day encroachment of the land is increasing. Those days In earlier, most of the lands were encroached for the agricultural purpose. Whenever most of the land was encroached for the agricultural purpose, there was rampant felling of the trees. Deforestation leads. Most of the trees were cut down. So due to that, there was completely, that was leads to soil erosion, decreasing of forest. The decreasing forest leads to ecological imbalances. Okay, let us see other reasons. Why Tungabhadra dam water storage capacity decreased? First is mining. There was huge mining activity in Karnataka. You might have known that Kudremukh mines, Sandur manganese mines, Kudremukh iron ore mines are there. Okay, and inadequate trees. Because just I said to you that encroachment of the lands, whenever we completely occupied land and that was we cleared for the agriculture, there was inadequate of the trees. Whenever the inadequate trees will be there will be a proper soil erosion will be done. Means lot of soil erosion will be done, because whenever the trees are there, this is land. Whenever trees are there, the trees can stop the water velocity. The trees can prevent the speed of the water, and moreover, these trees can also percolate the water into the groundwater. Okay, the groundwater will be percolates into the underground, so that the water flowing capacity will be decreases. Whenever the grass trees are there, slowly most of the water will be come down or percolates into the subsoil or sub rocks, or it will be stored in the aquifer. But there was, due to the encroachment of the land, clearing for agricultural activity, there was lack of trees. Inadequate tree cover leads to water runoff and surface flow. There was huge surface flow. Whenever the water speedily they move on the surface, there will be no choice to extract the water underground. Whenever the water moves very slow, then slowly the earth will be absorb the water. So you please make a note that whenever the water moves fast on the surface, earth cannot extract a lot of the water inside. Okay, cannot percolate. Whenever the water moves very slow, there will be ample time to percolate the water in underground. Okay, so due to this inadequate trees and due to this soil erosion. You know that soil erosion, the top smooth layer washed out away. This is a land. The top smooth layer, the humus, the very important humus, which was formed with the organic and inorganic matter. Humus means the top soil. This is the soil, earth crust. So the top soil, the humus, which was formed due to the organic and inorganic matter, that will be washed away due to the rain. That will be washed out away due to the wind. Okay. Whenever proper trees are there, whenever proper grass is there, that can be prevent the wind. That can be prevent the soil erosion. So due to that, soil erosion also leads for flash floods. It also leads for flash floods. Okay. Then Tungabhadra Dam. Tungabhadra Dam capacity. How much capacity it was decreased? And frequently I am saying that Tungabhadra water dam has been decreased. Last 50 years ago, compared to last 50 years, there was 3,766 million cubic meters. Right. 3,766 million cubic meter water storage is there. Among the 3,766 million cubic meter water storage, 849 million cubic meter storage capacity decreased in a 50 years. So previously 3,766 million cubic meters water can be stored, right? But now we have to minus approximately, you can see that less than 3,000. less than 3000 million cubic meters of the water can be stored. So due to this less water storage, it cannot reach into the Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. If the water is 3766 million cubic meters, water may reach to the lower areas also. So due to the decreasing water percentage, the capacity, the storage capacity decreased below 3000 million cubic meters, so that water does not reach to the lower areas. So you have to identify. The water does not reach to the lower areas. Next, why sir? What are the reasons? Above the reasons also there. First is accumulation of silt. Very important. Accumulation of silt. Yeah. For example, this is Tungabhadra. This is Tungabhadra dam. In the dam, in the dam, it was completely most of the ground, underground of the Tungabhadra water dam, the silt was accumulated. Most of the silt, dust, clay, it was accumulated. Whenever the clay was accumulated, the storage will be decreases. This is water capacity. In underground, most of the in the place of the water, silt, clay was accumulated. So that clay was occupied much place. You might have known that in summertime, in our local villages, they removed the silt. The clay was removed under Mission Kakatiya. Under Mission Kakatiya, they restructure the tanks usually. They take out the material, whatever the accumulated. That is called as accumulation of the silt. Accumulation of the silt, dust. Why dust, sir? Why dust also accumulated? Due to the mining. Dust due to mining. Okay? Dust due to mining. And clay. Because like soil, whenever soil is due to soil erosion, clay also. Clay due to soil erosion. Clay due to soil erosion. So accumulation of the silt, dust due to mining, clay due to soil erosion, leads were decreasing capacity of the Tungabhadra dam. So due to this factor, Tungabhadra dam capacity have been done. Next step, sir, mining. Sir, mining is helping is our economy. Yeah, mining is helping is our economy. If we are generating huge power due to thermal, means coal. So whenever coal mining was going on, then we are generating power. And iron. Sir, we are benefiting due to mining, but you are saying the decreasing of water capacity. Yeah, because proper mining standards were not followed. Okay? Proper mining standards not followed. So those who are doing mining, those who are completely extracting resources, they are not following proper mining standards. Example, the mines were Kudremukh mining. Kudremukh minings in Karnataka. These are the example. Karnataka. And manganese mining in Sandur. These are manganese minings. So then what is Kudremukh mining? Kudremukh mining is iron ore. It is iron ore. Kudremukh is famous for iron ore mining, and Sandur it is very famous for manganese mining. So due to whenever we are doing mining activity, whenever mining activity carries, there may be a blast, there may be a dust, and whenever we dug, definitely that leads to deforestation. So that very seriously affected. This Tungabhadra dam was very seriously affected. So due to that, there was a water conflict. These are the reasons, and due to these reasons, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka both are fighting for the water purpose. Next, you might have that still 80% of the people that depends upon agriculture. Still 80% of the rural people, the average 80% of the rural people depends upon agriculture. And without agriculture, we cannot feed our stomach. Okay? So the most important priority is the water need to be provided to the agriculture. The most important is the water facilities need to be created. Water facility need to be provided. Need to be agriculture. But what is happening? Okay, those people are having more money. They are going for their tube wells, and those people are depend upon rains. Those people are depend upon canal irrigation, they are unable to meet sufficient. So due to that, they are committing suicides every day. We can see that we are watching news and we are reading in newspaper. So many activities are going on. Yeah. Let us see once how the agriculture also affect. How agriculture also affect the water. How agriculture also affect? Yeah, agriculture also affect the water table. We know that underground water, whatever underground water is there, this underground water is extracted more and more. Definitely, the agriculture also will be affected. In the beginning days, you will get good, but later it is very dangerous. We will not get water at least to drink. For the sanitization itself also, we will not get. So that we must understand that agriculture also affecting due to the underground water. Those who are having more money, those who are having tube wells, they runs properly, and those who do not have proper amount of money to go for tube wells, they are completely helpless. Yeah. Mostly water. The important water crops were in water demand. There was a huge water demand for paddy, sugarcane and banana. If every year, if we plant paddy, sugarcane, banana, we have to extract more and more water from the underground. Whenever we extract more, it will be very difficult. Unless until we does not recharge the groundwater, it will be very difficult. And this was happened in the Latur region. In 2016-17, in the Latur region, from the Delhi, the water provided to train. One train was provided water to them all. By train, the water was provided because they mostly depends upon the sugarcane. So they extracted underground water, completely the water table was fall. Due to that, now there was a drought is frequently occurs in Latur district of Maharashtra. So that what we have to do? There need to be a crop rotation. We need crop rotation. Instead of paddy, sugarcane, banana, 1 year paddy, another year bajra, jowar, another year any other fruits. So which crop can be consumed less water, that we need to go. So crop rotation means change in crop pattern can be encouraged. I repeat, change in crop pattern. Change in crop pattern can be encouraged among the villages. Okay. So due to this our agriculture may affect. So we have to realize in early days. We have to realize now, then we can able to save the water, the underground water for the next generation, upcoming generation. Next, the water we will see about the industries. How due to the industries, how we are affected. Day by day population is increasing. Day by day population is increasing. Day by day small towns are increasing. Small towns, cities are also growing. Village becoming town becoming city, cities becoming mega city, metropolitan city. Different stages are there. Okay. So whenever small towns and cities are increasing, to meet their needs, industries also increasing. Yeah, am I right or not? Industries also, every day, industries also increases. But we have to understand that industries are improving our living standard some extent. Industries are improving our living standard. But at the same time, industries also made us very difficult to live in a pollution environment, in this dirty environment. Am I right? In the beginning, for example, any company, I doesn't want to name the company, any company is there, in the beginning days they provided employment, is very good, provided employment, whenever we got employment, our life standard will be changed, okay, we will live in comfortable zone. But right now we feel that due to the industries, now pollution increased. Due to this pollution, we are unable to survive. In Delhi, what you see in Delhi, most of the schools were shut down during, especially in the winter session. Okay, you are unable to see properly vehicles, trains, that also will be delayed. Trains also delayed frequently. You might have read in the newspaper or you have watched in news channels. Okay. As per the records of the statistics, they say that 27 large units, 2,543 small units, industrial units, 27 large units, 2,543 small units were set up on the river banks. Set up on the river banks. On the river banks means they are set up nearby the river areas. So those time, the olden days during 1940s, British period or after independence, though they got permission, they permitted to discharge the effluents into rivers. Effluents into rivers. Mostly the effluents were discharging into rivers. Whenever the effluents are discharging into rivers, water was contaminated and water is polluted. That maybe leads to lot of ecological imbalances. One protest was held in 1948 against of the effluents, discharging of the effluents into rivers in 1948. In 1948, one protest was held because of the discharging of molasses. In 1948, against of discharging of molasses and other effluents were killed a lot, huge fish culture. Whenever huge fish were died, so due to that the protest was happened. Due to this effluent, large scale fish and other marine and other river organisms were died due to this. So that we understand that laws are not implemented properly. These factories were not implemented the laws in appropriate way. Okay, so due to that large scale fish were died, and many damages were. Underground water also contaminated, polluted. So that we understand that drinking water, we lost the drinking water percentage also we lost from the rivers due to there is not appropriate laws to control the industries. So we need an appropriate laws which can be control the industries. Yeah, some reports they says that what is the minimum need? Nowadays the minimum need is water. Water is a minimum need. Once upon a time, 10 years back, water was freely available somewhere else, but now impossible. We have to purchase. So the water is for the drinking. Water is for the drinking and sanitation. This is a minimum requirement. A minimum amount has to be charged, or minimum amount of water is provided for the drinking water purpose and sanitation purpose. All the governments, all the communities, Panchayati Raj, they have to provide water for drinking and also sanitation purpose. Okay, because some provisions, I want to say that some provisions of drinking waters in especially town and cities is not planned well. I repeat, provisions of water, especially provisions of drinking water to towns and cities were not planned accordingly. Because example, in the cities they keep meters as per the how much you consume, that much you have to pay. Water meters are there. If in a city, slum area people, how they can take the water if you keep meters? If you provide water for the amount purpose, cash purpose, impossible. So that certain appropriate laws are needed to the pools also, because each and every government has to be think that these are the minimum needs, not only the food but also a proper pollution free environment and drinking water for the drinking and sanitation purpose also, it became minimum need nowadays. Okay, I hope you understand about why water is important for us. Yeah. Now let us see, in Maharashtra, one village is there. That village is called Hiware Bazar. Hiware Bazar. Yeah. Hiware Bazar village is located in Ahmednagar district, Maharashtra. It is in Ahmednagar district, Maharashtra. That village was selected for Adarsh Gram Yojana Award. Adarsh Gram Yojana Award. Sir, what is Adarsh Gram Yojana Award? Because well developed village, good village, all round development was there. Okay, there are a lot of schemes were implemented properly. Okay, because they implemented watershed. They selected for the Adarsh Gram Yojana Award. Adarsh Gram Yojana Award. So Hiware Bazar of Maharashtra selected for Nirmal Adarsh Gram Yojana Puraskar or award. So this award was given for the implementation of the water plan. Implementation of watershed project and all-round development. All-round development. It is all-round developed village. Sir, how it was there? How they got? What is the story? Let us see the story. Hiware Bazar is located eastern side of the eastern shadow of the Sahyadris. I hope that, for example, this is India. These are the Sahyadris. This side. So from this side. So this is because Hiware Bazar is located in the rain shadow region. Rain shadow. There is no appropriate rainfall. Very less rainfall is there. Rainfall approximately 700 milliliter rainfall records averagely in Hiware Bazar. Okay, and it is mostly affected by droughts. It is in a drought prone area. Once upon a time it is drought prone area. But suddenly this village became a central attraction of the entire India. Village was well known to all the communities and all the villages throughout India, and finally they got award. So why they got award, how they got award, let us see. Hiware Bazar. So the villagers, the sarpanch and village communities, they decided to that they wanted to develop this village and they wanted to follow certain steps. First, number one thing. First they decided for the water conservation work. First they did the work for water conservation work. Water conservation work. First is water conservation work, because every drop which is coming from the sky, rain, so they wanted to catch and they wanted to store. That is the main theme of the water conservation work. They doesn't want to waste a single drop. Okay. Second one, CCTs, continuous contour trenches. Continuous contour trenches. Sir, what are these continuous contour trenches? Continuous contour trenches, for example, this is a slope area, one area is there. Yeah, whenever the rainfall occurs, whenever the rainfall occurs, the water will come very fast, the water will move. Huge velocity will be there. So, they wanted to arrest the soil velocity, they wanted to arrest the soil erosion. So that they dug one small canal, means one small continuous contour trenches. They dug here. Okay. Whenever the water comes, a small canal was done. This canal only called as continuous contour trenches. Whenever the water flow, it will come and it will store here. Whenever the water will be stored here, it can be arrest the soil erosion. If these both continuous contour trenches are not there, water can move very fast. Water can move very fast. So due to that, the soil erosion will be happen. Soil erosion may continue. So that they wanted to arrest the soil erosion. So they wanted to arrest the soil erosion. They dug the continuous contour trenches. So now in these canals, in these small boulders or canals, the water will be stored, and this water can be utilized. Nearby this water, grass may grow, small trees can grow. This water also can be utilized for the different purposes. So this is continuous contour trenches. Why continuous contour trenches are there? To arrest soil erosion. If that is not there, the soil will be eroded. Next, the third important one, harvest water. Okay, harvest water. Whatever they harvested, they utilize the water properly, the harvest water, and encourage it. They encourages. They also encourage it to grow grass on the slopes. Just now I said to you, whenever the water storage in cities, they encourage you to grow the grass on the slopes. Next, fifth one, water harvest structures. Water harvest structures. Water harvest structure means like small tanks everywhere, like small tanks were not very deep. A small tanks were organized. The small tanks were, for example, this is a small tank. This tank in underground, the polythene cover or plastic cover will be covered completely. The polythene cover will be kept so that the water doesn't percolate. That will be utilized for the harvest purpose, vegetables purpose. That water also can be utilized for the animal purpose. Personally, animal purpose. Next, sixth one is check dams. You might have seen that whenever you move any other places while road, for example, this is a small stream. Here they construct with one wall, with cement wall. They construct one cement with cement. They construct one dam, small, this much height. Height only they construct, so that the water will be stored here. Whenever the water will come, that will be stored. So due to this check dam, it can be stop the velocity of the water. And it also allow the waters to store. The groundwater also can be stored. The excess water may fall from this check dam. The excess water can slowly fall from the check dam, so that it acts as a dam, small dam. It's called a check dam. It is checking. It is stopping the water flow. It is called as check dam. Okay? Yeah. 7.1. After check dam, percolation tanks were constructed. Percolation tanks. These percolation tanks also called as sinking wells. These also called as percolation tanks or sinking wells. 8th one, loose boulder structures. Yeah. So what are the loose boulder structures? Loose boulders will made with the stones. These are made with the stone. For example, this area is there. Okay, the water, they wanted to stop the water. With the stone, they construct like wall. So this is called as loose boulder structures. That also can be prevent the water. So this is like stones, with the stone. Loose boulder structures will be made with the stones. Okay, to arrest the soil erosion, to arrest the floods, and to control the water flow. So these are the important 7 water conservation work were done. CCTs, continuous contour trenches were dug to arrest. Why? Because to arrest the soil erosion, harvest water. They harvest water, because how they wanted to harvest the water, they wanted to utilize properly. They have done. Encourage you to grow grass on the slopes, and water harvest structures. Water harvest structure means small tanks have been dug. Check dam, wherever low land will be there this harvest tank structures were done. Check dam, just now told to you, check dams were to arrest the flow of the water and to store the water in particular area. The check dams were dug, and percolation tanks or sinking lands were dug. Loose boulders with the stones have been dug. So due to that, and moreover, 9th one, plantation on the forest. Plantation on the forest. Yeah. Plantation on the forest also they made. Due to that, once upon a time there was no forest on the hill. There was no forest on the mountain. But right now, after few years after, slowly that became a jungle. That will become a forest. So due to that, due to this all conservation method, these are called as watershed projects. They may ask, what is watershed in examination? So these all also comes under watershed projects. These all also comes from watershed project. Okay, these Hiware Bazaars, where they got this idea? From where these members were got idea? Actually, similar plans were implemented in Maharashtra at Ralegaon Siddhi. At Ralegaon Siddhi. Ralegaon Siddhi. Here Ralegaon Siddhi, it is also in Maharashtra. Ralegaon Siddhi, it is in Maharashtra. They have utilized, they also selected for Adarsh Gram Yojana. First time Ralegaon Siddhi people were implemented 4 plans. Okay, 4 promises. This is also called as 4 promises. 4 promises. What are the 4 promises? First one, all the village members in front of Panchayat, they gave their promises. First one is ban of felling trees. Ban of felling trees. Felling trees. No need to cut any tree in the village. In Hindi it is called as Kurhad Bandi. I repeat, it is in Hindi called as Kurhad Bandi. Second important one is ban of free grazing. Ban of free grazing. Free grazing. If we leave the cattle for the grazing, that will plug the grass. Whenever you cut the grass can able to grow again. But whenever we leave the cattle, they plug the grass. So due to that, soil erosion will be increases. So due to huge soil erosion will be take place. Next, third one is family planning. Because a number of people were suffering lot of problems with the water. Whenever the new persons also join in the villages, that will be very difficult. So that family planning. Fourth one is ban on liquor. Nobody used to ban on liquor. No one has to use liquor, drinking. So drinking was prohibited. So it is called as Kurhad Bandi, Charai Bandi, Nas Bandi, Nasha Bandi in Hindi. So these also called as 4 bandis. 4 bandis means 4 promises. Okay, these promises were. And moreover, they also said that voluntary physical labor. Voluntary physical labor. Each and every person in a village, they have to work voluntarily for the sake of the village. Okay. Moreover, ban on borewells. So the villagers, they decided that in our village, no tube wells, no need to go for the borewells. And moreover, they are banned like crops like sugarcane, banana and paddy. Whichever most of the crops they consume water, extract water, that crops were banned. So due to this, this Ralegaon city and other villages, they benefited a lot. If we take example, Hiware Bazar was benefited a lot. You see, 7 hectares of the land is irrigated land was increased to 72 hectares. 7 hectares in summer, usually in summer, 7 hectares of the land can be irrigated. Only 7 hectares of the land. But that is increased to 72 hectares. Moreover, forest has been grown. So grass has been grown. Storage of water, groundwater level increased. Groundwater level was increased. Next, they able to crop, or they able to sow the new crops. Like they go for jawar crop, bajra crop, okay, maize crop, which they required very less. They gone for jawar, bajra, maize, pulses. They have gone because these crops will be consume very less water. Okay. Next year. Apart from this, they were in vegetables. They have gone for the vegetable and also fruits. Now slowly nowadays very huge area of agricultural area came under irrigation. Irrigation facilities were developed. Next, they encouraged the milk animals. Milk animals means the animals which can be give milk to us. They gone for the dairy. The banks gave loan to them for the milk animals. Now dairy farms developed. Growth of milk. Milk production was increased. Employment was increased. Before that, these Hiware Bazar people they used to go other village for the work. Now other village people they are frequently coming to work in Hiware Bazar. Okay, and moreover, these all villagers are still they committed for this work. Okay, they're developing their village, controlling. They are completely controlling soil erosion, plantation. They are going for the plantation, and modern inputs were taken from the government. So due to this, now the story, the fate of Himalaya Bazar was completely changed. Okay, next let us see water as a common pool resource. Concept is water as a common pool resource. Water as a common pool resource. Example, if you wanted to take some drinking water, if anybody's bore, tube wells, anybody nearby borewell we go, the owner he feels that it is my land, my bore, my water. Okay. For example, this is a land. The bore is there here, bore. If we take water for the drinking, we take water for any other purpose, that person will come, Ray, why you are taking this water? This land is mine, this bore is mine. Yes, this land is himself only. The bore belongs to himself only. But the water which is there in underground, that is not belongs to his. It is a common pool resources. It is a common pool resource. It is everybody's. Like how the petroleum is there in the inside, it belongs to everybody's. The gas which is available in the underground, it is for all. The water moves. The underground water moves from one place to another place. The underground water will be moves from one place to another place. Like how the air will be flow one place to another place, the underground water also flow from one place to another place. So that we have to understand that current laws are outdated. Current laws are outdated because of groundwater and land ownership. Because of groundwater and ownership. The owner feels that this is my bore. The water which is coming through the bore, that is mine. So that is the wrong concept. And nowadays, everybody, the beside persons also gone for the tube well. For example, his bore is some extent meters. If this bore is this extent meter, the most of the water will be these fellows, these members, water or bore will be dries up. These members water bore will be dries up. If another members go deeper than these members also water also dries up. So that these people, those who are going for the tube wells, they are assuming that land is ours and water also ours. Land is our, water also ours. But that is a wrong concept. We have to prove, and we have to restrict them. How much water they have to be taken. Still now, there was no appropriate laws are being implemented for the landowners that how much water you have to extract. If the large landowners which are having 20 acres of the land, in his 20 acres of the land, 5 or 6 borewells are there. So he is day by day he is becoming very rich. The water belongs to countries, everybody's. So that he is utilizing the water and is becoming very rich. The person, those who are not having money for the tube well, he is becoming very poor. So that we have to understand that if one extract too much of water, if one extract each lot of water, then it will be affects other. If this fellow extract more and more water, these remaining people, all the people, those who are nearby area will be affected. Okay. There was a competition among the people for the bore. Usually, whenever our neighbors or these people were going for the tube well, they may not tell that how much length you have dug up, your bore well is there. So they may not reveal. That is very, very secret, because this fellow may go deeper than them, the water may be dries up. Okay. Next step. No available for next generation. If this will be followed, this attitude can be continuous. There will be no water in the next generation. Okay, so that it is our all responsibility to feel water is our common pool resources. Water is everybody's, not sake of one person, two person. We have to promise that we have to delink, we have to separate the connection between the land and access of water. We have to delink the connection between the land and access of water, because water is a public property. Water is a public property. Yeah, like how park, government offices, roads, railways are public property. Water also public property. One example I want to tell you that in Kerala, Perumatti village. In Kerala, Perumatti village. Perumatti village, Kerala. It is in Kerala. In Kerala, Perumatti, the Coca-Cola company was set up. So this Coca-Cola company, they wanted to renew their license, renew their license. They applied for the renewal for the license. All the villages they protested. This company was Coca-Cola company. So these members were protested against of this. Finally, this case was gone to court. 2014, this case was gone to court because one of the judges says that two judges are given two different verdicts. One of the judges says that it is a common pool resource. Water is a common pool resource. And another judge says that it is between landowner relationship. It is land-water relationship. It will be depends upon the landowner. It means the two judgments are defining that still the laws are not implementing on the water. So we hope that the next government, they have to be focused on the land-water relationship, and they need to be they need to separate the connection between the land and access of the water. So this is our lesson, children. I hope you understand. In this lesson we have done that Peninsula River, where they are originated, and what is the issue of the Tungabhadra River, what are the reason for the decreasing capacity of Tungabhadra Dam, and next how Hiware Bazaar came known to all over India, and what are the benefits they got finally, and what is the need to make the laws for the industries, and also to dealing the connection between the owner and owner and access water relationship. And I hope that we all members, we need to adopt that water is a public property. Thank you.